Welcome back to LarryB Stress. In today's class, we are going to learn how to make this beautiful pleated Agbada Bubu. It's an Agbada Bubu and it has a pleat on the shoulder to give an illusion of Agbada. As you can see, it also has a short sleeve that you can extend to a long sleeve if you want. It's a very simple tutorial and it's beginner friendly. If this is something you like to learn, kindly stay tuned to the end of this tutorial. Thank you. Okay, so this is a simple pleated bubu. I'm using Mikado fabric for this, and it's not going to have any shoulder joining. So you can see that my shoulder area is completely closed. So I folded my fabric into two first, then I folded again into four. So the measurement I used for folding is the length. Okay, so the length I'm working with is 54 inches, and I added 2 inches allowance to it, so that made it 56 inches. So I have 56 inches in length, and then the width, I used the length of the fabric for the width. You can see the selvage area here. So I just folded by the length of the fabric, of the actual fabric, and then I folded the length of the dress by the yard, because of course I don't want it to have a joining, and the yard will always be longer. You can get as much as you want on the yard, but on the length of the fabric, either it's 45 inches, 60 inches, or 90 inches, so it's limited. So now the next thing is to take our measurement. Like I said, it's a very simple bubu. So on this closed part, we have our center front and center back. So for the neck width, I'm going to work with 3 inches, and then for the depth for the back, I'm going to work with 1.5 inches, and then for the front, I'm going to work with 3.5 inches. So I'm going to use my curved ruler to connect that. So for the front, this does not have a zipper, so of course this neckline is quite small. So for it to be worn easily, on the front, I'm going to open like a slit of 3.5 inches, so that I'll have a total of 7 inches for the length of the front. I'm just going to slash it open like this. Okay, so that is it for the neckline. Then for the main dress, it's a pleated, it's going to have like a pleated effect, like a pleated bubu, pleated Agbada Bubu on the shoulder. So for that, for my pleat, I want the pleat to be, it's just going to be one pleat, and I want it to be 3 inches in fold. So you can see I'm folding the 3 inches, so that's going to give me 6 inches. So whatever it is you're working with, I'll add the 6 inches allowance for my pleat. So to get this excuse me, to get the measurement that I need, I will need the fullest measurement of the person, and that's the round hip measurement. For this person, the round hip measurement is 49 inches. So the 49 inches, that is the round hip of this person, I'm going to divide it into 4, because this fabric is folded into 4, as you can see. So dividing 49 inches into 4 is giving me 12.25, 12.25. So now I'm going to mark 12.25 here. That's my hip measurement. And then after marking 12.25, after marking the 12.25, I'm going to mark my allowance. That's the pleat allowance, 6 inches for me, because I wanted to have 3 inches fold on the pleat. And then after that, I'm going to add 2 inches allowance. That's 1 inch for ease and 1 inch for joining. So now that I have taken all these measurements, I'm going to measure all of them together, and what I have here is about 20.5, thereabouts. Okay, like 20.5, 20.25. I'm just going to make it 20.5, and then I'm going to mark the 20.5 all round to make a straight line. So this 20.5 straight line is going to guide me. Okay, so you can see I'm just noting the important points to aid me, and then I'm going to bring my ruler and make that into a straight line. So this bubu is going to have a sleeve. It's going to have a short sleeve, so we need to work on the sleeve as well after this. So I'm marking the 20.5 to the hem of the dress, and then I'm going to bring it back upwards so that I can work on the sleeve. So for the sleeve, like I said, it's going to be a short sleeve, so you need to measure where that is going to be for you. So for me, around 8-9 inches is fine. Okay, so if I'm marking 9 inches with seam allowance, or 9.5 inches for my sleeve, then it's going to be here. So after that, you're going to mark your round sleeve measurement. That measurement should not be tight, it should be taken loosely, as you can see. So here, let's say I have 18 inches divided by 2 is going to give me 9 inches, and then I'm going to add seam allowance to that as well. Okay, so this is my sleeve opening. So now I will make this into a straight line. The 9.5 inches that I mark here, I'm going to mark it here as well, and then I'm going to connect them together like this. So the next thing to do now is to connect this sleeve to the body of the dress, because it cannot stand alone. So to do this, you cannot connect straight like this because it's going to be tight. You'll not be able to raise your arm well. So you can use your nipple point as a guide. Okay, or you can just go down a little bit from it. So here from my shoulder, I'm just measuring around 12 inches, and then I'm going to connect to the sleeve using a slightly curved ruler like this. Okay, so this way it is connected together, and then we don't want any part to be sharp. So you can see that I'm still blending it to the actual dress. So this is all I need to do. Now I'm going to grab my scissors and then cut this out. So the side is cut out now together with the sleeve. So the next thing is to cut the neckline. I'm going to cut the back neckline first because it's shorter, and then I'm going to open it out to cut the front neckline. So we separate the front and back, and then I'm going to refold. And then once I'm sure that it aligns, I'll grab my scissors and then cut out the front neckline as well. And cut the round neckline, and then I'm going to slash it open up to the 7 inches that I marked. So this is all I need to do. So before I scatter this now, I'm going to use a facing to turn the neckline. So I'll just go ahead and cut out my facing for the neckline. I'm going ahead to cut out the facing. So this is what we have. So now you just go ahead and hem it all around, or you just weave it so that it can be neat. So the next thing now is to create the pleat on the main dress. I'm going to bring the main dress now and open it out completely so that I can expose both the front and back. So you can see the way I'm placing it. I'm going to place the wrong side facing me like this, and then this is going to be the right side. So now we want to create our pleat. To create the pleat, I'm going to fold this by the excess allowance that I added. I added 6 inches for pleats and 2 inches for 6 inches for pleats and 2 inches for seam allowance. That's 8 inches. So here I'm going to mark the 8 inches and then fold. So you can see the way I'm folding it. So once I have 8 inches, I'm going to stop. So now to make it easy for you, you can just go ahead and iron it down. So we are going to do the same thing for both front and back. So I have my 8 inches here. I'll just go ahead and iron it down. You can see. Okay, so I'm going ahead to iron it now. I can see that it's laying flat, so it will be easier for me to pleat it this way. So now the next thing is to measure where I want to pleat. You can pleat it to the hem, okay, but if you pleat it to the hem, it means that the hem may be a little tight, so you need to open the sides. But I don't want to open any sides in, so I'm not going to pleat mine to the head. I'm going to pleat it from the shoulder area to around the waist. Okay, you can even pleat it to your bust point. I'm going to pleat it to the waist. Let's say I'm pleating to maybe 17 to 18 inches. So to do that, I'm going to need to get my shoulder point. Remember, this front and back is together. We don't have any joining on the shoulder to indicate that. So you can just open it and fold again, or I just want to find a way to get it from the sleeve area there. So here the total that I have is around 24 inches. So half of 24 is 12. The 12 is around here. So I'm just going to mark it like that, slantly. So you should not mark, I don't want to mark too much because this is the right side. Okay. So now once I have that, I'm going to mark to where I want to stop pleating, which is 18 inches in this case. You can see I'm marking from there to 18 inches. So our pleat is going to be 3 inches in width. So there I'm going to mark the 3 inches from where I ironed. So the ironing is going to, you can clearly see where you are marking, and then I'm going to connect to the shoulder like this. So this is where I'm going to sew. So for the back as well, I'll go ahead and mark where it's going to stop, which is the same 18 inches. And once I get there as well, I'm going to mark the width of the pleat, which is 3 inches. So after marking it, you take it to your sewing machine and then you run a stitch to hold the pleats together. So you can see. So I'm going to sew from front to back, from here, okay, to where the pleat stops, which is here. So I'll do the same thing for the other side as well. I have already ironed the other side as well, and you can see. So I'm going to get the midpoint of that as well, and then I will roll it and go ahead and sew. So I'm going to be sewing on the line that we have already created here. So I'm going ahead to sew it. You can see the line. I just sew on the line and then I folded it towards the side and iron. So this is the first side and this is the second side. So after that, you're going to iron it well, and then I've also gone ahead to turn the neckline with my facing. So this is the wrong side. You can see my facing. I hemmed the facing and then I used it to turn the neckline. So I ironed hemming gum to it so that it can stay in place. That's why it is lying and staying together like this. So the next thing to do is to hem your sleeve, which I have done for mine. I have hemmed my sleeve for both sleeves. So I'm going to go ahead now and close up the sides, and then I'll sew with the 1 inch allowance that I left. So you close it up and then join the sides on both sides. Then after that, we are going to hem it and the dress is ready. So after sewing it, this is what it looks like. So you make sure you give it a very good press so that it can stand well You can add trimmings to the neckline if you want to beautify it more, but this is what we have, and you can see how beautiful this is looking. I hope you enjoyed making this beautiful tutorial with me. If you enjoyed it, let us know in the comment section. Like, comment and subscribe to our channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.